Hello guys, playing play Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Technically, Leon is one person dying to rescue my boss. But meanwhile, I see the shadow of my maker, but it says nothing about my maker, which is very sad and very mean. Yes, a bad person at the end of the day. Spencer's a bad person at the end of the day, but still, he's your maker, bro. Say something to the sister. He's dead. I mean, he doesn't know that he died by Albert, but still rude. Wait, this is the same place. Oh, the fuck? Well, anyways, wait, what? Can we? No, we can. Okay, let's go. Leon. Leon. You okay, bro? Leon. 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 Let's do this because I'm that way. And we are back again.
It's okay. Soon left in wide open for us. Hit your own code.
Who is Zeno?
Destroy all this.
You mean the Dragon Ball Z Zeno? Or just basically the Resident Evil Zeno? Is he waiting this whole time?
Let's try.
But for how long he was waiting?
It's whatever it takes. I can buy you some time.
No, Papa. I have an idea.
I trust you. I trust you.
Have you noticed that technically both are cops? That makes sense why the game called Requiem, because both are cops, both need basically to prove something, I guess.
The prodigal daughter returns.
I know the password.
Fulfill your destiny.
How long have you waiting, my dude?
Only if you let Leon live.
Very well.
Since when have you been smoking? Since when Albert was smoking? Do you want me to? What does the creator desire? Release Albert, destroy Elvis. Fuck it.
Please know that you are my hope.
She is my hope. The blind hope.
Okay.
Hope.
This is it.
Wait, what? A greater desire is hope? And who are you? Victor? Is that you?
What are you doing, Grace?
Spencer regretted what he did.
Well done.
You promised.
Yes, that I would let him live. Mr. Kennedy,
Yes.
I give you the honor of experiencing my power firsthand.
I'm not sure Elvis is what you think it is. There's nothing special special about me. I was never any king. Spencer wanted to make amends.
But you released Elvis.
So he has no more eyes now, now reptilian ones.
Tell me.
Leon!
Why? My powers!
Elvis is Spencer's atonement.
What is atonement?
Antiviral.
What?
Amazing. I am humbled by my master's genius. Your research was wrong. Elvis wasn't a weapon. There was never a key.
Spencer's paper was obviously incomplete. There was no connection between Grace and Emily.
Do you know how much time and money I wasted on this?
Don't you see the genius? With Elvis, all virus-based weapons are useless. The world order will be thrown into chaos.
We wanted a weapon.
Instead, Spencer gave us anarchy.
What is anarchy?
I will carry his torch and bring his vision to life.
You and Spencer were a means to an end.
Yet he outwitted you all.
Spencer defied us and paid the price with his life. He was nothing.
You are nothing but an imitation.
What is an imitation?
It's over, Victor. The connections is done with you.
We can't let him have it.
Damn.
Your ignorance is staggering.
It's a cure. Oh, it's working. Leon, it's working. Wake up.
Now, let it all come down. All of it. Here's what happened.
Now Apple's dead. Now basically, and we're going down.
Let it go. Grab something.
Now Leon is of his full strength at last.
Grace. Everybody's got a skeleton. Spencer. I will see. He's brought to fruition.
Bro, you're not Magneto. Bro, think he's Magneto. Yeah, but how going to stop the electrician? Not quite.
Nemesis. You're so relentless.
So he has the same power as the Nemesis. And now the real fight begins. Shit. And my armor is fully destroyed. So he's completely dead now. How strong is that revolver? God damn! Okay.
Grace, where are you?
Sherry.
Sherry, come in. Sherry.
Shit.
Grace.
Chris, hang on. Chris.
Liam.
We need to get you out of here. Come on. Let's get you out.
Now we're screwed.
There's no way out of this thing.
Nope.
I'm not gonna leave your side. I'm gonna sit right here with you.
Now what is this again? Ah, complete blackout. Bye.
I guess this is it then.
What? Here they are.
Leon F. Kennedy?
Yeah?
Asking. Alpha, you read me, sir? Yeah, they're safe. Hang on. Yes, sir. Mr. Kennedy, I have a message from Captain Redfield.
Huh? Okay.
I'll be damned. Can't believe that antiviral actually worked. I feel better than I have in ages.
Thank God. I'm glad you're okay.
We got a dose with your name on it. We'll be back in action in no time.
Thank you, Leon.
Would have been a lot smoother if Chris hadn't been so late to the party.
Where is Chris anyway?
Who knows?
No idea. I'm sure I'll run into him at some point. Yeah, I'll call you back. It's over then.
Yeah. Hope this really was our last hope.
Oh, it's pray Umbrella hasn't left us any more nasty surprises.
I wish we could have saved her.
Grace, I didn't hit any of her vitals. She could still be alive.
What do you say?
What do you mean?
Maybe we can save her.
How? Huh?
The government has confirmed
Why do you love the glass, bruh?
actively trading bioweapons lab located here in the ruins of Raccoon City. The origin point for the worldwide spread of bioorganic weapons. This illegal facility appears to have been in operation for decades.
Sources
Oh,
say
cool.
that the extension of the lockdown and the recent series of mysterious deaths may be related to tragic events in Raccoon City 28 years ago.
Oh shit.
Evidence seized in Raccoon City has led the Justice Department to reopen its investigation into Oswald Spencer and the long-defunct Umbrella Corporation. Some believe the government deliberately drove Umbrella into bankruptcy.
The late
What is
Melissa
bankruptcy?
Ashcroft is credited with cracking the Oswald Spencer story. Conspiracy theorists are already claiming that she was killed in a cover-up, and that the organization responsible is secretly controlling our government.
Tonight, in a speech from the Oval Office, the president is expected to reject allegations of any government involvement since the Raccoon City incident.
Excuse me? Excuse me, still alive? And that was Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Negativities. What's the point to have no... I mean, there's no negativities to be fair. I mean, I was basically perfect from day to on. Like, I basically... Yes, I got a lot of negative at the beginning, but you know, basically about how to create here and there with some material, some blood. At least basically, I managed to get through just fine with the idea that now we are basically facing some enemies using weaponry and all. That's what I believe. So basically, the kind of creature was basically not a sister. Yeah. So basically now it was basically negativities like I basically managed to get through enough, but it was basically I managed to get through some victories here and there without repercussions, and then I managed to get through yet some trauma and all. Even though it was basically managed to get through as Leon and as Grace managed to have their own abilities, but technically as Grace and as Leon managed to get through just fine without technically facing any magical problems. Plus, basically, I have a lot of armory, asset, fire bombs, and it like I was basically like I was moving stronger enough. I was basically Grace have more weapons than Leon's, but it was basically technically Grace have a lot of the story to prove herself than rather be technically be a powerhouse to prove herself that. On the idea and all. Positives. Like basically with negatives, I was basically walking behemoth, a walking destruction of power. Like I would never be able to be facing this kind of catastrophic before anything of all of that matters. But at least basically I was managed to get through some catastrophic idea though. I was basically like a walking juggernaut, not gonna lie. With Chris and with Leon. Plus with all the weapons like that and basically the Lightning Hawk like I was present with Grace, I was basically managed to move basically here and there like a walking behemoth. Like a basically Lightning Hawk to Grace basically a light work to me. And basically with Leon I was basically like a walking tank. The idea for both of them was basically like that, it was done in an instant of a heartbeat of a story. It's like the story of now Leon and Grace got basically to prove her, then move basically the story together. And even as I said, basically we found out that technically Grace is basically the daughter of the reporter that was back rest of outbreak. Turns out wasn't technically her daughter, but basically her biological, that was basically her stepmother. And it turns out basically that Spencer was able to do one virus, and then it was actually the virus was basically a cure. And it turns out now basically we stopped forever Albert Wesker, and then like, now he's dead, and now basically we stop basically Victor as well, using basically powers of the Nemesis, we kill him as basically as a fully cured powerhouse in Leon. And at least basically now it was basically like the breakthrough is like basically Grace was really a police officer with Leon trying to be a support was once a police officer. Basically basically the servers level 2 remake. At least basically was managed basically like have to do some simulation and all. By the way, my favorite was basically when Leon returned back to police station, basically to face his scenes, but this time for approval, tried to stop tried to stop the raccoon, tried to stop the umbrella facility once and for all. It's basically like both Grace and both Leon tried to prove themselves something. That explains why Grace doesn't have enough weapons, because basically you have to prove yourself something, not basically prove yourself in terms of power. It's not like Ethan though. Unlike basically Leon was basically like he wants to be cured at the end. It was most like a basically the story is like a better to prove themselves the right way. And even though that was basically an amazing story, not gonna lie, it was basically a spectacular story with great story. And even though that was basically like an amazing idea that then now Grace feel now sorry for the death of Emily, and even though he's trying to give up, really find a new hope, and basically turns out that he returned that kind of kindness in terms of basically do the right thing to have a heal, basically to trick Albert Wesker to become normal human again, and even all of that was basically like a heal Leon at the end, and to have a good ending at the end, was basically more like having the idea to prove, basically to fight, or basically to fight for some approval of that. That's the whole story. They basically try to prove yourself something. That's the whole story. It's all about that. And even though that basically as bad as Leon and as basically as Grace, technically is, I'm not blame her to not basically having powerful weapons. At least basically her weaponry like a toxic acid bottles, Molotov cocktails, the 2 pistols, or even the revolver that was given by Leon at the beginning of the game was basically like a very more like a that, because basically now Grace is joined to the idea of Resident Evil, but now basically know what she is, and then now not afraid of basically what she is. because that explains why Grace is so terrified. Because unlike Ethan, that he was terrified as well, at least basically Grace was basically like a terrible truth. Turns out she wasn't exactly a biological daughter of the reporter. Turns out she's basically like a step daughter, so to speak. And even though that story was basically like an amazing idea of proving, at least basically we managed to beat villains by tricking or something. Is this oh, there is.
And Sherry's okay? Good, I'm so glad. And like, yeah, she's doing great. I'm actually teaching her how to read.
Oh.
Grace. Grace.
Where's that report?
Sorry. Leon, gotta go. Catch Josie.
At least it got a happy ending, I guess. Oh, they're BSA soldiers.
Remaining BSAA forces have been neutralized. Retrieving the objective before they send in the wolves.
Hope and Requiem. Rookie agent. And even though it's all about basically approval, a fragile police officer, police woman with the idea that technically even though they have low weapon, at least basically she managed to get the job done. And even though for a powerhouse, handsome Leon, god damn, nice appearance of the sun and all. And even though another side of a powerhouse, Leon once again returns back to action, and even both of them try to prove herself something technically, but at least they prove themselves as fine, revealing truths. One death of a reporter, tragic deaths, trickery enemies to deaths, destroying the remaining Umbrella facility, and abandoned memories, dark memories, trickery, weapons to trickery enemies, darkness, passing darkness, sad moments, beating some enemies, showing some, beat some enemies throughout the idea of approval, and being also to fight back with the idea that technically we can fight, now we finally know about the truth, we can fight back knowing that now we know about the truth of us. Was that a doubt? A crazy, amazing story, and I can't lie to myself that Resident Evil 9 Requiem is basically a great game, not gonna lie. And that end, peace.